Surprise! Look who it is. It's those Bandwidth and Banter people. They're here to share their bandwidth and banter with us. Isn't that right?
That is correct.
Yes. What?
I just remembered something.
What do you remember? Share. Do tell.
Apparently, our intro song is coming along really, really well.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Fantastic. That's fantastic. Okay. I can't wait to hear it.
I've been getting a lot of messages like, this is super fun. So, yeah, just saying.
I can't wait. That's fantastic. All right.
Fantastic news.
I think I loved your idea of what to do with an animated logo. And so I'm gonna, if I remember, remind me at the end of this today. So I'll go work on that as soon as we're done. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So
actually, hold on. Let me write that down because I will forget.
Yeah. All right. While you're writing down, I'm going to tell folks what we have in store for them today. So everyone, just to clarify, going forward, we figured out the new format for Bandwidth and Banter, which is, for the most part, every other week we're going to have an interview, and the in-between weeks we're going to have a topic of conversation that's between Banter and myself, no, between Druid and myself and you guys. And that is, we're going to be working on the new, RPG, our own version of Dungeons and Dragons, as it were, our own tabletop RPG. We're going to be working on that together, brainstorming ideas, putting it to paper, making sure that we like all the ideas and that kind of thing. Just sharing and figuring it out and building it.
Yeah.
That's the plan going forward. Yes. And so now there might be some instances which we intend where we will kind of preempt the one of those sessions with an extra interview. So we might end up doing 3 in a month instead of 2, right? And or if by chance an emergency happens and one of our interviewees can't make it, right? They get sick or have an emergency or something, then at that point we'll preempt that to have our continued discussion. So we always will have a topic to talk about with you guys, and it'll who knows, knowing us, it'll segue into other interesting topics of conversation, but we'll build something really cool together, and I think that'll be a lot of fun. Now, having said all of that, if you guys did the math, last week we did an interview, which would mean today we'd be talking about more of this new topic, except we got to knock something out first. So since Druid interviewed me a couple of weeks ago, we got to flip it. We got to flip the script, because I'm going to be interviewing Druid today so that we can show on Bandwidth and Banter that we are sharing a bit of ourselves with our community, with you guys and the folks who are going to join us on Bandwidth and Banter. So without further ado, let's jump into this. You ready to be on the hot seat there, Druid?
I'm ready.
All right.
I have my Star Kitty shirt on. I feel like this is my Bandwidth and Banter shirt now.
Maybe I need to pick one of my shirts to be a Bandwidth and Banter shirt too.
You need to get a Star Kitty shirt, or a shirt that says something like "Fate upon us" or something about fate.
That's a neat idea. I like it. We'll do some research. Star Kitty, I'm sure, can find something to that effect on T-Turtle, or if you guys find something, let me know. So let's get this show on the road.
I made a note.
All right, good, excellent. All right, so we're going to start this interview out strong with one of your own favorite questions.
Yay.
But with a twist. Okay, ready? Here we go.
Yep.
All right, Druid. What RPG character class is the least representative of you?
Wizard.
Wizard. Okay. Why?
I'd say wizard. I'd say wizard.
Why is that?
Okay. So, I've been a wrestler. I actually did Taekwondo for a long time.
Whoa.
There is this little secret ball of rage inside of me that explodes out every once in a while. If given the opportunity, I would learn how to fight with a sword and board. Let's go. Teach me tactics. I'm down. Let's go.
Okay.
But I have far too many side quests and side interests to be super obsessed with and dedicated to one specific craft, which is what I like. In my brain, wizards are taken in and so enthralled with and they're dedicated to their magical craft and stuff like that.
Interesting take.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Right
so
on.
I just have too many things that I like, and one of them is I would like to rage. So
well, we got to see a little bit of an insight in you that we didn't have before. Nice. So it's interesting that from that perspective, that wizard is your first choice. Based upon the criterion that you just laid out of being hyper focused to a zealous degree on one kind of craft, I would have thought maybe like a cleric would have been the first one you chose before wizard. So why is it that the cleric doesn't show up as that first choice?
Little bit about me. I'm not a religious person, but I am a pretty spiritual person.
Okay.
And I do try to lead my life in a way where I am honoring my own beliefs and honoring the people around me.
Gotcha.
So I would say that wizard is still that.
I get you. I that's why I asked. I wanted to understand the distinction and the kind of the clarification of it. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Right on. Okay. So our next question comes straight from Star Kitty. You ready for it?
Yeah. Okay.
If you could wild shape into any animal, what would it be and why?
I would 110% be any type of bird at all. Because
okay, but you got to pick a bird. What would be your first?
Either a crow. I either a crow or a raven. I have more of a crow brain. I just want to strive to be as elegant as a raven. But no, I collect shiny things.
I gotcha.
So it would be like a crow. Most people pay no mind to crows, and if a crow comes up and does something weird, most people are like, "What's going on, crow?" And that would be me. I would be the person that would just be like, "I'm gonna go pick on humans now." Make them go, "Why?"
That is so totally you. I love it.
Because I have a raven tattoo.
Wow.
On my forearm. And then I also have a raven tattoo on my shoulder. So.
Fantastic. So that was an easy question for you. Right on.
Super easy.
Thank you. Next question then. Who and or what got you into streaming?
Okay. I was never meant to be a streamer. I never had any intention. So this kind of is going to go into Fate's story a little bit. But we have a really good friend. He's a streamer here on Twitch. His name he goes by SOC Teddy. Fate actually met him through Airsoft. Teddy is an amazing human being. Love this guy. he was the one that actually got Fate into the idea of streaming.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were doing that thing where they're like, we're going to talk about audio and visuals, and we're going to talk about Streamlabs, and we're going to set up the computer, and we're going to do all these things, and blah, blah, blah. And like, they spent time getting it set up and ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Fate just being like, would you be interested? And I was like, absolutely not. Who wants to listen to me? No one. Not a single person wants to hear me sit there and like scream into their eardrums all day long. Nobody wants that. And then as he was getting into it and like, we were chilling in we're chilling in Teddy's stream, and then Fate was getting ready to start streaming and stuff, and like, then of course that curiosity is just like, I don't know. Maybe it would be kind of interesting. And then I did 2 streams before, and I streamed Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended up finding Josher's community,
Mm-hmm.
and it just went all downhill from there. Like,
Wow.
And then I was hooked. I was so hooked.
Right on.
So
right
literally, it was like just a couple of streams in before I like.
Well, so you actually kind of answered my next question with that answer. So I'll just kind of skip over that one, which was that you were hesitant to start streaming and why. You explained that.
Mm-hmm.
Although obviously you figured out that you're wrong, that people do love seeing, watching and listening to you, and but can you elaborate more on what changed your mind as far as you said that you kind of got curious and then you started, but what drew you farther down that rabbit hole, and what do you like about streaming now?
What got me really hooked was being in chat. And like realizing like how, because I never touched Twitch before at all, until Fate decided to start streaming on Twitch. And I just had really no concept of like at all of like what streaming was going to entail.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as I started like getting into like being a part of Josher's chat, and then becoming a moderator, and then having people actually be in my chat that I can talk to, and then all of that craziness, like just, I'm a people person. I'm a chatty person, I'm a people person, and it just was right up my alley, and I had no concept of that before actually being like, all right, you're gonna make a Twitch now, and you're gonna come into my chat, and you're gonna experience this. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Nice. Yeah. Gotcha. Thank you for clarifying that for us. Okay. All right. Next question then. Getting a little deeper into a topic we touched on earlier. So what do you think is the reason that RPGs have become so important in your life? Like, what's that quality that you found in, specifically Dungeons and Dragons, but RPGs, obviously tabletop RPGs?
I grew up in the day and age where we had to use our imaginations growing up. When I was little, I was a cat. I pretended to be a cat. I was that kid where I would run around, I'd hiss at people. Like, this is, of course, like little kid. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We built an elaborate, my mother reminded me of this the other day. We built cat academy with a bunch of us kids, and we had to we were teaching, like I was the teacher and we were all cats, and I had to teach them how to fight like a cat. I've always had that really big imagination, and I've always just really enjoyed like playing that character and creating something. And like when you like that collaboration,
Right.
and then of course as I've gotten older and stuff, you know, that doesn't get exercised as often, you know.
Right.
And so Dungeons and Dragons just was really able to like bring that the kid back up and be silly and have all those things, and I'm just obsessed. I enjoy it. I enjoy the story aspect. I enjoy building the characters and like coming up with the backstories and stuff. Like
I gotcha. You struck on the core of RPGs, and that's that you get to, it's adult pretend.
Yes.
Nice. Nice. By the way, I saw that comment, Eldacine. When I was a kid, isn't Druid like 12? That was a good one. I had to interrupt the interview with that one. That was good.
No, that one was good too.
Okay. So next question then. Here's another one from Star Kitty. What is your favorite quote and why?
My favorite quote and why? I have a lot of favorite quotes.
If you can randomly pick one of your top 3 then.
I have to grab my notebook to quote it properly.
Okay.
Can I go grab it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'll distract the audience while you're gone. Hey guys, it's going awesome so far, isn't it? I'm so happy to be sharing this interview with you guys. Oh my gosh, Druid's interview. It's a nice surprise. Thank you, Day. I appreciate you. Basically, you're too AD&D to be a wizard. Yeah, that's right. Crows are still very intelligent and pretty. I agree. You're right, Dagoff. And you're right. It is less anxiety-inducing to talk to people online than it is in person. That's true.
Yes, I'm always really afraid of like scaring people when I meet them in person. I always give new people at work warnings. I'm loud and obnoxious. And, you know, so be ready. Be ready to be shooketh. Okay. This is actually from one of the Welsh triads.
Okay.
3 followers of wisdom: imagination, purpose, and endeavor. As wisdom grows in your heart, so too do your powers of imagination, your sense of purpose and mission in the world, and your ability to work hard to achieve your goals.
Ooh. But who's that a quote from now?
So that's one of the Welsh triad quotes.
What's the Welsh triad?
So there are actually like, they're quotes from like old Druidic in like Welsh.
Like old Celtic, yeah. Like an old Celtic organization, huh?
Yeah.
Druidic Celtic. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Man, I like that quote. I like it. I like it a lot. It's so true of our nature as, you know, human beings in the world. That yeah, I mean, the only way that you can move forward is to you know, develop your understanding, your wisdom on topics as you go along. You know, you get in action, and the more you develop your understanding, your wisdom, and you keep moving forward in action, and you build your confidence, and eventually that leads to success. So that's fantastic. Cool. Thank you. Look at that. Look at that. She could be inspiring as well as adorable.
Yay!
All right. All right. Now we're getting into the deep nitty-gritty questions. Here we go. Throwing this out here now. Okay. What is your favorite fruit?
Currently, is pears.
Pears, Why?
I don't know. I usually enjoy the fruits that are out of season because it's one of those things like it's out of season, so of course I'm craving raspberries.
Okay.
I like most fruit. I don't like tropical fruits. So like mangoes,
Pineapple.
Just in general, I'm just not a pineapple person. The smell of pineapple, I'm just like, eh.
No wonder you don't like pineapple on pizza. You just don't like pineapple.
I don't. I don't like pineapple at all.
All right. So you said peach is your current favorite fruit?
Right now it's pear.
Oh, pear. I'm sorry. You said yeah. I knew it was a pea fruit. So you mean it's not an avocado? Don't you think those make a good lunch break option?
I love avocados. Yep. I know exactly where you're heading to, Stormy. I know that twinkle, and I know this is a fake quote coming up, a fake question coming up. I can sense it. I can sense it.
So, yeah. Like, so you don't think that avocados make for a good lunch break option? You know, eating them like an apple.
I was so anxious sitting next to him that I just could not focus. And I did not even realize how weird it would be that I would eat the avocado like an apple. Okay? I did peel the skin.
Okay, I was going to ask.
It. I did peel the skin and ate it and stuff, but like I'm going to tell you right now, Fate's a handsome man. And when I first met him, he was clean cut, nice hair. He was in a suit. And I was in this like dingy, like food covered clothes because I was working in the deli department. I was just like, this guy wants to sit and have lunch with me? So all brain power stops working. And 7 years later, he's still picking on me about when I was eating it like an apple, just trying to be chill and cool and not be super weird, and I still made it weird.
That's fantastic. I love it. I was so when he described it to me, he didn't go into depth, which is I appreciate that he did not, and so I was like trying to envision this, and so my next question was going to be, did this lunch break apple avocado get peeled first, or did you eat the skin too?
No, I peeled it. So, so I didn't think it was too weird because I did go to Peru once, and so they would like peel the avocados like that, and like I've seen people like take a little bite. And then they would like cut it up and stuff, whatever. No big deal, okay? But now, I'm being judged for it still 7 years later.
Well, I got to share with you that when he did tell me that or sort of hint and tease at this particular story, I scratched my head on it because I didn't really find it that weird myself. I too have eaten an avocado like an apple before. In fact, we eat avocados. I eat an avocado every day, and I just love them. So I'm like, okay. But I wanted to hear the context of it, and I'm glad that he shared that particular story.
He found it extremely weird.
Which is probably one of the reasons that, you stood out to him too because of it. So it's a good thing, not a bad thing.
That's true. That's true.
All right.
He met me when I had a pixie cut too. I had short hair.
Yeah, I think you've shown me a picture of yeah, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. This question is more.
Of course he would bring that one up.
You what?
Sorry. I said, of course he would bring that one.
Well, speaking of, okay, all right. So this next question isn't really a question, it's more of an exercise for you, okay? I want you to make 2 statements. Tell me one thing that is true about yourself and one thing that is untrue about yourself. If you need to take a few moments to think about it, feel free. I got a cough anyway.
I am calm and subtle. And I love talking to people.
Okay. I mean, those were kind of obvious, but I was kind of hoping you would try and pick something untrue about yourself that we don't know. But I know that's a tough thing to pull off on the get-go.
I'll think about that one.
It's okay. The purpose of this exercise was fulfilled by the exercise, because despite the fact that we already know the first thing was untrue because we know it's untrue, I could tell, even if I didn't know you and didn't know it was untrue, I could tell by the look on your eyes and your mouth that you were bullshitting with that first statement. Yep. And that was actually what fate brought to my attention, is that you can't lie to save your life.
Try again. Hold on. I'm gonna try again.
You try again? Okay.
I have the giggles, so this is not gonna work. Okay. Hold on, I have to think of a lie. Hold on.
It's a lot harder to think of than you think, isn't it?
Oh no, I can't think of one. Okay, we'll get back to this one.
All right, we can come back to it. No worries.
I have to think about the lie.
Okay. No sweat. All right. So here's the next one. Here's another kind of hit you hard kind of question. But I'm just curious myself. I don't really understand what this is. What the hell is a cake pop?
Oh, cake pop. Little cake pop.
What?
It's a little itty bitty. So, if this is a fate question, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The question I came up with, but he gave me some. Most of these were he gave me some info, and I created questions for them. But I did it with his help.
So the bird, she is a kayik. That's the species of parrot she is. They, because of Australian because of some accents and stuff, they call them cakes. Little cakes, like cake.
Okay.
So when the bird stretches her little footsie out to stretch, we go, ooh, cake pop.
Oh. Okay. Interesting. It doesn't have anything to do with you working at a bakery?
No.
Oh wow. Okay.
If he said, ask her about cake pops, or if he brought up cake pops, I'm pretty sure that's what he was talking about. I do have a love-hate relationship with cake pops, like as an actual food item. They are delicious.
So what is a cake pop? Is it basically like a donut hole, only for a cake?
So what you do is you bake a cake. Then you smash up the cake with some frosting, and then you roll it into a ball. And then you put the stick in, and then you dump the cake mixture into chocolate, and that's a cake pop.
Wait, raw cake dough?
No, so you bake the cake.
Oh.
So you bake a regular little sheet of cake, And then you take
oh.
and then you mix frosting with it. And then you mash it all together, and then you roll little balls up. And they're just really annoying. Yes, I absolutely hate the amount of I have a love-hate relationship.
Because you like how much they taste, but they require a lot of work.
They require so much work, and I just don't think. But then also, at the same time, if they're factory made, they shouldn't be almost $4 for a little teeny tiny itty bitty cake pop.
Big profit margin there, huh?
Very big, almost $4.
That's crazy.
Just like, this is for children. Should be at least 2. And they keep going up because they're popular.
Right. But I mean, that's capitalism for you. They'll find an idea and milk it to death, and I mean,
But yeah, the cake pop thing though, that has to do with the bird. I say a lot of weird things to the bird, so that's probably why he was like, we're gonna just mention one. So she goes on a tangent about how weird she talks to the bird.
Right on. All right. So this one's a kind of more serious question. How would you compare working in a fast-paced kitchen versus a coffee shop?
I would rather absolutely work the worst day at my current job at the coffee shop than any good day at my old when I worked grocery.
Wow. When you worked grocery?
So I worked in the food service department in the grocery store.
Oh, gotcha.
That's where I cake decorated. That's where I made sandwiches. That's where, we sliced deli meats. I worked in the fryer area. Like, I would fry chicken. Wow. I would, we had this like open hot bar system where we actually, like, they wanted us to make like full actual meals for people to go like buy, and like they buy it by the pound and stuff. So we also had to make full meals from scratch. So I would be bouncing from frying chicken and making food to writing on a cake to running and spending hours in a freezer to like and like I had to deal with like I was one of the younger people, so like I was never taken seriously. I got passed over for promotions because of my age. Like, it was just
hell.
Yeah. I would rather absolutely with all of my soul work the worst shift of my life at my current job than have the best day at working grocery.
Wow, that bad. Wow, that's
Be nice to your grocery people. Public service announcement. Be nice to your grocery people. If you order a cake to be picked up on a Saturday morning, there's 40 other cakes and one person.
Wow.
They've been there since 3:00 in the morning. Be nice to them.
Wow. Chill.
I have carpal tunnel on my right hand because of that job.
What? Wow. What repetitive motion caused the carpal tunnel?
So like holding the slicers, piping bag, having to like the maneuver of like having because I'm short, 1.5, as we've all discovered. The way that I would have to like lift like the fryer baskets out, it's just like the repetitive stress of like rotating my wrists too much. And I've been working grocery since I was 18. So and I was in a kitchen before then.
How long did you do that?
Working grocery?
Yeah.
So hold on. How old am I now? So I worked food service from 15 to 18. I worked in a kitchen.
Wow.
And then I also did like cleaning jobs and other side jobs. And then 8 years in the grocery business. And then now I'm 3 years into my current job. So
you basically only worked in 2 industries. Wow. Okay. That's
but I umbrella all of it as like food service.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can. Yeah, I mean, it definitely
Yeah. Customer service.
So, nice. All right. Well, I'm sorry to bring up terrible memories, but
no, I like to use those lessons for people when they're like, "This is a hard job," and I'm like,
there are some that might be worse than that, but it's all in relative. It's relative, right? It's relative to your perspective and what you're doing, and like, I mean, I totally get what you're saying. Like my first job was as a dishwasher slash busboy, and we got. I mean, it was the bottom end of the barrel at a burger joint, and so like. You know, you could be up there on a Saturday cleaning grease pits. It's like one of the most nasty, disgusting things you can imagine. I'm sure you actually probably had to do that. It's like hell.
It is awful having to deep clean the fryers. And then I'd go in, I'd do overnight bakery production, and then the next day I would do closing shift, which was like 12 to 9. Wow. And then I turn around and have to come into a 4 a.m. shift to open up the cafe. And then, yeah, it was just, groceries hard. Be nice to your grocery people. Okay, well, thank you. Now, so we threw you that hard ball. Now, here's you know, that was a fastball, hard fastball, right? This one's gonna be fast curveball. Why do you like to adorn your traveling gear with the skulls of dead animals while going to concerts? This is another prop. Can I go grab it?
Yes, feel free. This, by the way, guys, is another fake question. I mean, he didn't tell me any details. He just kind of hinted at stuff, and so I crafted a question out of it. She seems to have liked the question. Can't wait to see the prop. So, what do you guys think so far? I'm digging this Druid interview. This is phenomenal. It's a lot of fun for sure. On this wonderful Friday afternoon. Uh-oh, she's lost. She hope she's okay. She didn't fall down the stairs. Wait, I don't know if there are stairs there. I don't remember. Are there stairs? I'll have to ask her that. So let's what do you guys think? What do you think the prop is going to be? Throw her off and ask a question in Fern voice? Okay, I'll consider that.
Okay, I had to dig it out. Stairs. Okay. So this is what he was talking about.
Oh wow, it is a dead kitty.
So this is a skull animal backpack that I got at Toys R Us way back in the day. This thing is used and abused. It is dirty. It is years of abuse.
Wow.
I took this thing to every concert with me. I could shove in this little tiny butt. I could shove like 3 shirts, two wallets. I can like, I have stuffed this thing so full. The zipper has never broken. It smells musty.
I'm sure it does.
But it has so many fun, like this is my tag from when I went to Peru.
Whoa.
I took it to Peru with me.
Oh, wow. So what's the context of the
He just wanted me to show you the poor backpack that I have tortured like 12 years. I had this thing with me every day for 12 years.
Well, there's some
I would
story
take it
regarding a concert though, specifically.
Yes. So I went to a concert.
Okay.
And this is when I started talking about it, but I just got so excited. I fit 3 extra large t-shirts.
That's
a Monster energy drink can.
Geez,
and 2 wallets in this little tiny thing. And the zipper never broke, and it survived the mosh pit.
Jeez, that's inconceivable.
This thing, I love this thing. Like, fate made me retire it. He was like, you're gonna break it if you don't retire this thing. I would still use it every day if he wasn't like, you need to just let it rest. You need to let it rest. And I'm like, it's my friend. It has all of my trinkets and stuff.
That's phenomenal. That's wonderful.
Yeah. It did like walks for autism with me. It's been to every concert. It went to Peru.
That's fantastic.
It's gonna hang out up here with us now.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Right on. Now it's a perfect retirement job for it. It can be a prop for your streams. You got to find a place in the background for him to watch.
Right now, it's gonna be.
I don't know if that'll work, but because you're gonna end up covering it up.
Yeah, it's fine. It's there.
All right. Nice. Right on, right on. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing that wonderful story. Okay, we're blazing right along, honestly. We've moved faster than I thought. We're actually to my last question. And we actually, it's kind of funny. I did 17 questions with you. We usually only do 15 questions with our guest interviewees. So here's the last question, and then we can revisit that one question from earlier. We'll play around with that. And if we have some time left, we'll just find some other interesting topic to talk about, okay?
Or chat can ask questions too, if they want.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's right. We'll have time for that. So, all right, my last question. If you could obliterate 1 or 2 foods from the known universe, what would they be and why?
Pineapple.
Okay, that's one. If that's the only one for sure, then tell us why.
Hold on, no, I'm sure there's another one. Aries changed the color of his thing.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's interesting.
I don't like it.
By the way,
over easy eggs.
It was what?
Over easy eggs. These are good, but over easy eggs.
You don't like over easy, huh?
Are not good.
Oh.
No.
You don't like the liquidy, slimy.
No.
I must admit, I growing up, I was kind of the same way. Although I eventually ended up developing, an okay taste for them. Like I can eat them, I don't mind them that way. Mm-hmm. Which brings up an interesting topic to kind of extrapolate on this. Is there, well, before you answer why to both of those food types, is there a food that you, as an adult, you grew or learned to enjoy that you didn't like when you were younger?
Yes, very much so better. Thank you, Aries. I've been pretty There's a bug in my room. Hold on. Ladybug? In.
What? I can't understand you. What?
There's a ladybug in my room.
No way.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm gonna hang out, say hi. It's just wandering off. All right, bye, ladybug. Okay, sorry.
I would have been distracted too. Ladybugs are amazing. How did it get in there?
I don't know.
It probably hitched a ride on your clothes.
Probably. So what, squirrel? It just flew past me. Not really. I've been pretty consistent in my food likes, except like I can't eat really greasy. Like pork makes me want to vomit. But not because like it doesn't taste good. Like obviously we all know bacon smells good.
Right.
It probably did come out of the cat bag for sure. So I was forced to not. Bacon smells great. I can't deny that. But bacon also makes me want to go lay down and sleep and cry and throw up. So I'm like, I can't eat bacon. I can't eat ham. It just makes me feel so, like, it just makes my body just feel so gross.
Interesting.
I wasn't always like that. There was a stint in my life where, you know how, like, when you're a kid and, like, something traumatic with food happens and then you just can't eat it or smell it or taste it or look at it for years and years?
Yes.
Yeah. That was pizza for me.
Whoa.
Because I had that traumatizing wake up in the middle of the night throwing up pizza experience when I was in elementary school. So then anytime that I looked at pizza or ate pizza, it made me throw up. Or like you could like start to feel the bile and everything. And I'm like, I want the pizza. My body says no. So it took like almost 10 years for me to get over that.
Holy crap.
Finally start eating pizza again. Yeah.
Okay, right on. So now back to why would you obliterate, let's see, your choices were runny eggs.
Yep.
And pineapple.
Pineapple. I'm just not a fan of pineapple. I think that
So you're not a fan, but it's worth obliterating?
It is worth obliterating, in my opinion. It overpowers everything that it touches. If you eat pineapple, it also eats you back. It is just one of those super pungent smelling things where I'm like, it fills the room. And I'm just like.
That's a great face.
And this is not for me. So I will literally obliterate it from the planet. That's fine. Runny eggs is texture. The slimy texture.
So I can imagine you would never. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What's funny is I hate pickles so much that I forgot they existed. So pickles would be my actual, instead of runny eggs, pickles would be my follow-up of actual things that I hate so much that I hate pickles so much that I forgot that they existed.
Oh, wow. Is that all pickles? Like dill and sweet?
Literally all pickles.
Interesting.
All pickles.
Are you good with cucumbers?
I like cucumbers. I don't love cucumbers. I like cucumbers, but pickles. Pickles. If you get pickle juice on my plate, I can tell. It's that thing, Banana Tom can smell the banana in the smoothie. I can smell pickles if you took the pickles off of my burger. Because I said no pickles on my burger. I can tell, and it ruins the entire experience for me. I can't. If it touches me, like I have to shower and it's like I can't.
Bruh, you and me with your pickle hate.
Yes.
That makes me want to go eat some pickles right now.
Yeah. One time I accidentally touched wild dill, and it just made me think of pickles, and it ruined my entire experience of being outside the rest of the day. I was just like, I'm ready to go home. I need to wash my hands. I'm not having a good time anymore.
Right on. Okay. Well,
But
now
yeah,
we
no,
know. All right.
runny eggs is a texture thing.
So yeah, runny eggs is just a texture. So obviously that means that you probably wouldn't do like oysters on a half shell either, then, huh?
No.
Yep. I mean, I don't blame you. I wouldn't.
If it has the texture of snot, I'm good.
I'm with you. I'm not a big fan of the texture. I can tolerate it if it's good, but yeah, I feel you. So, thank you for sharing that. Can't do that anyway. Can't do what anyway, husband of Druid?
Oh yeah, I also can't. I can't do seafood anymore anyway, because I developed a seafood allergy later in life.
Oh wow. Okay, we need to be careful of that then. All right, that's. I will never suggest. Is that all seafood or just shellfish?
All seafood. We used to go on sushi dates.
Oh no. Oh.
And then, my body's just like, no.
I feel you. That's what happened to me with chocolate. I used to get a little bit of dark chocolate every day as a little kind of mood booster kind of thing, and just a little flavor punch, and not a lot, just a little bit, and I just can't anymore. Stormy D and Dragonborn in Denver. What up, Pyro?
I'm surprised you didn't ask me where I got my Twitch name from.
Oh, that's a great question. All right, so tell us then, since I guess you're interviewing yourself now. Where'd you get your word?
I am. Have you tried not being allergic to seafood? I have tried not being allergic to seafood, and it gets worse every time. Every time it gets worse. I had one of those like traumatic like head to toe hive reactions once. And so anytime that I feel like I'm remotely having a reaction, I instantly panic.
Oh wow. I can understand that. Yep.
Making panics for the lady I live with, more affectionately known as my wife. Pyro, you're so cute. How did you get your username @Druid? Thanks, husband. So, when we were living in California, my house was our apartment, our little tiny apartment was literally covered in plants. I had house plants everywhere. So many, just they would be dangling from the ceiling. I had like a branch that I had like coming down from like the crown molding, and like wrapped stuff up there, like covered. Can confirm.
Wow, that's cool. I wish you had pictures. I would love to see that.
I might have some. Yeah, I kept the apartment nice and humid. It was great.
But I bet you could breathe really good too, because it filled it with oxygen. That would have been amazing.
It was so good. I loved it. And so again, this was when Fate and Teddy were like, that's when Teddy was getting Fate into streaming and everything. So because I never had a Twitch before, and the only streamer I knew was Teddy, and he's been to my house. I made the username Druid IRL as a joke, and I just wanted Teddy to guess who is this person in chat. I know this person in chat, and I'm like, you know me. My username is a hint, Teddy, and it stuck.
Oh, that's nice.
It just stuck.
I mean, it's a great username for sure.
It was one of those things, like I kind of considered like actually picking like a decent like username title thing. But now it's just like super stuck. It's never going anywhere anymore. I am forever Druid IRL.
So earlier, Star Kitty had a request. Can you show and tell your favorite pine cone?
Yes.
All right. Hi guys, Fate is here. It's good to see you, buddy. Pyro, welcome back to the channel, to the show. Appreciate you guys. Aries, love me some bacon. Bacon. Oh wow, look at that.
This is one of my favorites.
I like it. It's wonderful.
It's covered in sap. Still.
So you have to be careful how you hold it, huh?
Yes. It's also a danger. I have actually cut myself with these pine cones.
Holy crap.
And it is not fun.
I'll bet.
Will Druid be selling pine cones in her merch store? Maybe. Who knows? Fir cones are better than pine cones. I believe all pine cones are just as important.
I see Pyro trying to, I see what he's doing there. Trying to poke the bear there. Watch it. We know she just admitted today on the interview that she's got a secret rage ball inside of her.
I do. You better be careful.
Dagot says, that's not a pine cone, that's nearly a wild tree. A whole tree, yeah. You're not wrong there, buddy. All right, so chat, anybody else have any interesting questions for her? Where did you find it? Yeah, it's a good question.
I found that pine cone. It is on the way to Lake Tahoe in California. I'm blanking on what it's called. Pioneer. There we go. Pioneer, California.
Okay.
Yep. Up in the mountains. Beautiful. It's also where I got my manzanita tree branch. You can't see it in this, but it's okay. It's where I got my manzanita tree branch that I dangle all of my trinkets on. My little crow brain and all of my trinkets. That was an awful sound. I'm sorry if you heard it.
What?
Oh, I squeaked the straw in the cup and I didn't like it.
It's not that bad. One, we didn't hear it, and two, I don't mind it. Fate's asking an interesting question. Which is more your true personality, through the fun?
Okay. I'm not going to say that Fern is like really my personality or anything. She's definitely like a lot of my intrusive thoughts and stuff. So Fern is the embodiment of like a lot of my chaotic, intrusive thoughts that I'm just like, wait, no, you can't act like that in real life.
So she's kind of like your diary/journal made form in flesh.
Yeah. Yeah. Because there's a lot of times when I want to like pipe up and say something ridiculous. And then I'm like, wait, I am at work. I'm in charge of these people. I can't talk like that. I can't, even if it's a joke, like I can't do it.
All right, let's revisit. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So Fern. No, Fern is just an aspect of my true druid personality. She's just a part of my inner thoughts.
So let's revisit that exercise from earlier. We can see the wheels turning.
I can't think of a convincing lie I won't giggle at. For error not found. I know.
So the question I asked earlier, Pyro, you might have missed, was I want you to make 2 statements. Tell me one thing that is true about yourself and one thing that is untrue about yourself.
The wheel's turning, but the hamster's dead. 100%. I can't think of one. I can't think of a lie. Time's up!
Time's up, LL. Hey, thanks for the first time chat. Jalapeno. Pinoy? Hella. What's up? Welcome to the channel. Good
It's one of my friends.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You know Jalapeno?
I do.
Am I saying that username correctly?
I think so. He said it to me once, and I'm like, I'll totally remember. And then I don't remember. I don't remember how to say it. I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay.
But aren't both of those true of you, Pyromaniac? I'm just kidding, buddy.
I am an avid homebody, and
Gotcha, brother.
I get really socially anxious.
Attention, we are being followed. Shall I dispatch the
Arigato
welcoming drones?
gozaimasu. Thank you for the follow. Be sure, since you're a friend of hers, to follow her on her. My link is in the about. The link to hers in the about. But thank you.
He's followed me.
Okay. So, yeah. I almost feel like you were trying to dupe us there.
No. Shall we say it again?
Yeah.
I'm an avid homebody, and I'm really socially anxious.
I mean, Fate would know the answer to these because he knows you well enough. Yeah, it feels like, doesn't it feel like that she's being cagey with her face on purpose for that second statement? But the reality is that she's not. But the thing is I feel like in the chats that we've had and everything, you are an avid homebody. So maybe I'm overthinking it, because the way your face moves when you say that second statement seems kind of sus. So yeah. I'm gonna go with the first one is true and the second one is not.
I as a whole, I am not socially anxious. I don't give a heck. I'm loud. I'm boisterous. I will, like, every once in a while I'll be like, oh, did I cross a boundary? But then, yeah, I am an avid homebody though. I like to be at home. I didn't go hiking when I went to Peru. I didn't go up Machu Picchu or anything. It was my boyfriend at the time. His family had a house down there. And so basically I hung out at the house in Peru.
So I see what you're saying then. It's all in context, guys. She is a homebody. She'd rather just be at home than out doing stuff.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, if friends come hang out or whatever, like, you know, they can drag you out, but you'd rather just.
This is me. This is me. Yeah. So Fate's the socially anxious one, and I'm the one that's just like, talk to everyone. Talk to literally anyone.
Yep.
Yep. He wanted me to lie. So that's why I was just like, I get the giggles if it's a game and I'm trying to like pretend like
We've seen that when we played Among Us, remember?
I know. I just get louder if I also am just like, no, it's totally not me, it's this person.
Obviously, every poker player wants to play poker against you.
Yes. Yes. I am the worst. Loud equals true. That is true. Yep. Facts. Absolute facts. Joker of SoCal, welcome in. Alrighty. Yeah. Any other questions? Anything else?
Yeah, how about you guys, Chad? Anything else?
Why?
That's a question. Why what? That's such an open-ended question.
I have an answer. Because.
I knew that was going to be what you were going to say. I knew it. That is literally, this is going to sound a little sexist, but I feel like I've experienced it so many times in my life. It's this kind of the standard answer that women like to give.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
When they don't have a specific reason, their perfect and bestest answer is because.
Because why? My heart says.
Well, Starkey will do you one even further than that. When I try and press her and say because why, and she'll say because. She'll just keep doubling down on it.
Your top 3 D&D classes. Okay. I'm just gonna say I have played like a little bit of cleric.
Mm-hmm.
It was only for like 4 sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously playing a druid currently on our Saturday streams. And then Friday nights we have like a group of friends that we all get together, and I'm playing a fighter. I'm multi-classing fighter barbarian. As much as I love Fern, as much as I love Druid, I would actually have to say I am really enjoying the martial class. So I think because I do want, I like the get up into the fray. I like the I'm just gonna kill this person. I'm gonna kill this thing. It's in the way. I would actually go at this current moment. My favorite D&D class in order, top 3, would have to be fighter, then druid, then like I like the idea. I do like the idea of playing like a warlock or something. That sounds like a lot of fun, but I enjoy like the get all up in your face.
The funny thing is that's only because the unusual druid that you created with the Circle Sports Druid. You technically could have actually played an actual druid that's an up in your face, like I'm going to turn into this rage beast and beat you with my fists, kind of, or claws, whatever. Like technically speaking, a druid could be your favorite if you played it like a traditional druid, 5th ed anyway.
I can't play anything traditionally. I'm like, we're gonna change it up.
Well, I think that's awesome, and it's one of the reasons why you and Fade and Starkey, why we fit so well in our campaign. So, a multi-class warlock and a horny bard. I called him the Horlock. Har har. Ta-dum-dum.
I like Daddy Dagoth's question. I would like to answer it.
Besides fate, what's your biggest motivation in life?
I am a I get really fueled by human interaction. Fates explain this like introvert versus extrovert in the form of we wake up every morning and we have our bag of coins that we have. I, as an introvert, with the majority of human interactions that I have, I gain a coin from that person. And each interaction, my purse gets fuller and fuller. And that's a really big motivating factor for me, just like connecting with people and talking to people and sharing things. And, you know, I love that. I really do enjoy like connecting with people and talking to people. And that's a really big motivator in my life. I like to have fun, so that's really important for me too. Why is Fate such a good-looking human being? Because his parents are also very good-looking human beings. He was like, he has a duplicate. If y'all don't know, Fate has an identical twin brother.
I knew that. You shared that with us.
Mm-hmm.
You shared it on stream many times, or not many, but a few.
Hey, you're right, Joker of SoCal. It is because he has a beautiful soul too.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. World domination. Chat's fun today.
Heck yeah.
Anything else? Anything else you wanted to talk about? If we still want to.
Pyra says, did I ever tell you all that because the hospital did an oopsie, my legal name until the age of 3 was Nicholas? That's funny. You were about to say something there, Druid?
Is there anything else? Or do we want to do some announcements for exciting things that's going on with Bandwidth and Banter?
That's a great idea for sure. Take it away, ma'am.
I feel like we should have had like a transition or something, like a.
Here, I can do it for you. Let me see. We'll go zoom, and then zoom, right back. Okay. Announce it.
Streamceptions are my favorite. Okay. Couple of things. We're getting an intro song made, guys. I'm so excited. So excited. If you guys did not know, our interview with Wookiees and Cookies went live yesterday.
On YouTube, right?
On YouTube.
Here,
so if you guys want to go check that out, Wookiees and Cookies, please go check it out.
Let me share that with them. The link.
Oh, Star Kitty's I have to answer this question.
Yeah, that's a great question. Run with it.
Okay, so for those of you who do not know, I have a bird. Her name is Bunny. We call her the tropical chicken nugget, or chicken, or the bird. Any of those variations, it is chicken. She was originally my grandparents' bird. They got her around Easter time. And because of that, my grandma Sherry named her my grandma named her Bunny. Because they adopted her around Easter time.
Oh God, it's that simple.
It's that simple. It's that simple. Yeah.
She's their little Easter bunny.
My little Easter bunny. My little chicken nugget. Yep, she barks like a dog. We call her a chicken. Who named a Chonkapillar and why am I gonna heist it? I named Chonkapillar because I call our bird, I also call her a little chonk, a little honka chonka chonk, a little chonky. So, because Stormy described it as like a larger, chunkier looking caterpillar, my brain went to
Chonkapillar.
a little chonkapillar. Yeah. So that was just fluid brain thoughts, just deciding this is what's happening today. Yeah. So it's stuck because it's adorable. You're gonna heist it because he is adorable. You cannot has.
I love it. Chonkapillar is awesome.
We love chonkapillar.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys, that was phenomenal. One other announcement that she kind of forgot to bring up is next week we're going to be interviewing Iltacine.
Yes, we are.
He was in chat earlier. Is he still here? Say hello to us. If you're still here, Iltacine, say hello. If not, that's okay. People will get an intro to him next week. Next Friday. Refresh my memory. He is also an evening one, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So I believe we're doing 6 p.m. Central Time for next Friday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, 6 p.m. Central Time next Friday. Yeah.
So she called it that first, and I immediately heard it and like grabbed it because it was so good. Like, yeah. But Banana Tom is remembering because he probably recently watched that episode. I don't remember which episode it was, but yeah.
He put in Discord the clip of when Chonkapillar. It was the when we interviewed Team 2. It was when Chonkapillar came into existence.
Oh, you remember? Wow.
Well, it's because of the clip. It was because Banana Tom went back and made a clip. So.
Episode 420.
Episode 420.
I see what you did there. Well, I mean, we're all, what are we up to now? 46. Tomorrow will be 47.
Yep. It's magical.
Speaking
I love
of
it
clips,
so much.
This amazing person over there with the green hair has been very helpful. She's been working hard creating a lot of clips for us. We're putting together YouTube Shorts that we'll put up on YouTube Shorts and probably TikTok. I don't partake in TikTok, and I know a lot of you folks don't either. But for those who do, that's our plan going forward. Once we have enough of a repertoire that we can start, spreading them out over time, then it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Midlife crisis episode tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow on D&D, you guys are going to a special pseudo-secret meeting. I keep calling it technically is sort of a secret meeting in that it's a kind of meeting that other lower ranked guilds and unranked guilds don't get to go to. So it's both special and secret. It'll be interesting.
I'm just so excited that we're finally gonna go talk to the druid. I've been wanting to talk to this druid for a really, really long time. I just think that it is so rude that he is gone for so long and, he just left his friend out there all by himself.
Well, it's definitely going to make for some interesting role playing tomorrow, and
Yes.
The hook for the next chapter in the adventurers' lives as they
Yes.
press on to the deeper mysteries of the island. What?
I want to re-announce what we're going to be doing every other Friday.
Okay.
when we're not interviewing something,
Right.
something. Mood. My brain is just not working. Anyways, so on weeks that we're not interviewing someone, we're gonna actually be coming up with Stormy's new D20 system. And I actually have already discussed a little bit of things with Fate about what he would like to see in a D20 system in the future. I also may or may not have also asked my friend Chili what they would want to see. But exciting stuff to discuss and everything.
Right on.
So, it's super cool. So every other Friday that we're not interviewing someone, we're going to be doing a thing.
Midlife crisis episode. Stormy buys a Harley for way over book. Not likely. The Joker of SoCal asked, big old question, best animal companion. Oh, I sort of get it, what he's asking. What do you think would be the best animal companion to have for, if you're like a ranger with an animal companion? Although technically you're a druid right now with a pseudo animal companion, but your Chonkapillar is a
not in real life
spirit.
For D&D.
Oh,
okay,
so
wait.
in real life, not for D&D. Oh, okay. Thanks for clarifying.
I'm partial. My bird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be an easy question. Yeah,
it's an easy question for me. She's the best.
I wonder if you could have crows as pets. Probably not. Maybe ravens.
Nope, not legally.
Not legally? What about ravens?
Nope, not legally either. You have to be a falconer. You have to
Is
be a
it because
falconer.
they're too dangerous, or you're too dangerous to them? What's the...
Because they are social creatures.
Mm-hmm.
They,
They need to interact with other birds?
They need to interact. Yeah, crows and ravens. Like, ravens mate for life, and crows spend all of their time like socializing and problem solving. Crows and ravens can figure out some pretty complex stuff to be able to to get food, and they work together and all that. So keeping a raven, you would have to give them a lot of attention. You have to know what kind of attention. You have to be able to you have to take the time to be able to exercise those problem solving skills and understand. And they're also they're omnivores, and so you have to balance things and all. Yeah, it's the average person won't take the time to give the bird what the bird needs.
Right. And the average person probably can't spend the time to give the bird what the bird needs, right? Because we got busy 21st century lives.
Yep.
Right on. Okay. Well, my goodness. This has been what? You had something else to add?
Oh, I have befriended a wild crow once.
Oh, wow. Really? Tell us about that.
So this was 8 years ago. 9 years ago. And chilling in the parking lot of my boyfriend at the time's work, and there was crows hanging out. So you feed the crows, then you talk to the crows, but as you do, as you should. You should talk to the crows, okay? And so there was only one crow that would ever actually fully approach the car, and we called her Hobbs because she would land on the roof of the car, and it would go clink clunk because she had a nubbed foot, she had a messed up foot. So we always knew it was her. And she would do like all like little like cute little walking sounds at me. And like I would like talk to her, and she would come up super close and like, you know, get the snacks from me. And I just really appreciate, and she like could recognize the car, and she would like follow our car to the parking lots and stuff. It was fun. I enjoyed it a lot. And then she disappeared for a little while, and then we figured out it's probably because she's a female, and it's probably because she was roosting, you know. And then she came around with little babies and stuff, and we're like, "You're a mama."
Right on. That's awesome. What a great, awesome story to end on. Guys, it's been a phenomenal episode. I really enjoyed getting to know in different aspects of Druid, and you know, getting little snippets of her life in the past. Thank you for honoring us with these little windows to your soul.
Thank you. Thank you for asking the questions, and thank you for being interested.
Yeah, and thank Fate for some of these great questions, and thanks Star Kitty for some great questions.
Thank you, Star Kitty. Thank you, Fate.
This was wonderful. I think look at that. It's very synergistic that we both have interviewed each other for the show going forward in the future, and it'll be a neat thing for folks to look back on. And who knows, maybe might be moments there we can do that in the future, because you know, once we have, you know, however long it takes from now, but once we have established the new TTRPG, the new D20 system, we'll have other things to talk about. Oh, of course, maybe by then we'll be busy enough that we'll have to interview every week or something. Who knows? But maybe not every week. We need to at least have a break every once in a while. But my goodness, it's been fantastic. Thank you so much. Wrap us up, please. You cut out. Say again.
I said, "Oh, Rovendeer Yellow."
Rovendeer, hi.
We're leaving now. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys. We really do. We really, you know, it's been really fun to be able to have this spur of the moment thing come up, and then it works, and we get there, and we do it together, and you guys help get us here, and I just wanted to say thank you.
Absolutely, I agree 100% with Druid. Thank you so much. And don't you worry, Rovendeer. This will be going up on the YouTube. If you want to end up catching this, that's my other our other YouTube channel. That's Bandwidth and Banter specific. So, and that'll be up next Thursday. So you'll be able to catch what you missed. All right. See you guys. Appreciate you all. Have a great one.